Welcome one, welcome all to the weekend show. Normally we do a Sunday show, but I got a family party going on tomorrow, so we're going to do a Saturday show. And quite honestly, folks, I think this is the best inventory I have had in 2025. So we brought the big guns. We typically do a Wednesday show, and we missed it this week. So I am coming guns a-blazing. Everything today is all Silver Age. This is an only big boy vintage, the real meat and potatoes collection here for you guys. Um, Nothing but net. But I'm also tossing in, because it's similar, I'm throwing in a super high grade bronze collection that I got in. So it's not going to be just the Silver Age, it's also going to be this unbelievable Bronze Age collection in which literally the average book is like a 9.6. It's insane. So it's a big vintage day. Let's give a minute for everyone to come in. Everybody, if you could, make sure you go ahead and like the video while we wait. And we'll pretty much get this party started. We got 50 people in right now. Let's see if we can get that beefed up a little bit. No show tomorrow. Nope. This is the only show. I've made every announcement I possibly could. I emailed people. I made a TikTok. I made a post. I put it on Facebook. I put it everywhere. So if they're watching this after and they miss out, I literally did everything I could. So let's see what we can do. All right. And those of you who know how this goes, basically, once a book hits the wall and you get it first, you will get the book. It really is that simple. And you fill out this link right here, and I'll get you invoiced. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. We're actually going to go alphabetical, so I think we're going to start with an A. Let's get a quick hello from everyone watching. Happy Memorial Day weekend. Thank you. Everybody type a quick hello in the chat. I want to see you guys today. What's up, Scott? What's happening? Hello. Awesome, awesome. Welcome to the party, everybody. Let's get this going. I have exactly 4 long boxes of nothing but vintage. So we're actually going to start with Abbott and Costello. 1953. It's about a VG, maybe a G to a VG. 1953, Abbott and Costello, number 20. On A. Abbott and Costello, number 13. This is 1951 here. Look at the size difference. Oh, wait, you can't really see. Let me tilt up slightly. There we go. Much bigger book. Early 1951. Awesome. All right, now here is your first taste of the super stupidly high grade bronze stuff. So we got Action Comics 411. There's some really nice condition stuff here. Action Comics 400, Neil Adams anniversary cover. And guys, this thing is like a 9.4 or a 9.6. Absolutely incredible. The condition today, it can't be understated here. It's incredible. Let's get someone to get their toes wet so we can get the party started. Action 397. Just gorgeous stuff here, guys. All right, Penguin 4523. Is going to get us started with D. Mr. Sergenko gets A and C. Don't forget to hit that like button. right. We do have some 12 center. This one's mid grade action 375. $10. Mid grade 328. 323. I find the Superman stuff is going to be the lowest price stuff today. Most of the stuff is a little bit higher tier than this, completely honest. 323. This one has a tear, 316, so we're doing it for $5. 1964, first appearance of Ziggy and Zaggy, Action Comics 315, a beautiful mid-grade for 20 on J. H has some glare today, I'm noticing. And that's 290. Action Comics 290 on A. I is out of here. First appearance of Luma Lunae. This is a mid-grade. It's issue 289 on C. Supergirl Introduction might be the lowest priced book you can see. Now, most of the Silver Age we got today is actually a lot higher grade than this stuff. So just be ready. $20 is pretty crazy for that. So just $20 on D. And then let's fill the wall. We do have some 10 centers. We've got 282 in mid-grade. Superman as a robot. Laura Leet picked up D. What's up, DC Chris? Robin Krotzer is going to pick up I. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. Nick. Oh, wait. No, that was an older I. Robin, thank you very much. Robin, I just need you to fill out that link so I can get you invoiced. Same rules as always. If you get 10 claims, you get 10% off. 20 claims will get you 20% off. Robin Kratzer. What's up, DC Chris? And we actually only have a few Action Comics left. 281, a low grade. 279, low to mid. This is all 10-cent soups, or action, I should say. This one is a pretty nice copy of 278 right there. That one's going to be 25. 10-cent Superman. Oh, we got a key coming up. But we got to do a little wall clearance. So let's see if we can get this gone. Nick's going to take B. Come on, guys. Let's clear it out here. We got some seriously beefy inventory today. Let's see it move. Action Comics 263, first appearance and introduction of the Bizarro World. This is about a 4-5. It's going to be on B. DC Chris takes E and F. And I just saw we've got a wall claim to Mr. Bryan there. Holy smokes. DC Chris, thank you for your claim. Brian, thank you for your claim. All right. Okay. This is actually my local tattoo guy. His name is Nick Strong, and obviously I'm a big Metallica fan. I was actually at the Metallica show last night, and so I wore this. All right, we actually did all the action. We are on to a little blip of adventure comics. I don't have many, but I do have some. Here is a mid-grade duplicate boy, which is Adventure 324. I'm going to put it on B. Adventure Comics 322. Not only a crypto cover, but it's a Streaky the Cat. You got the Super Horse. Everybody's on there. 1964. I love the animal covers. That one's 12. Oh, that is it for Adventure Comics. So here is we're going to get into the very high grade bronze stuff. I have an Adventures Planet Apes #1. That's going to be on H. First Interracial Kiss Amazing Adventures 31. I want you guys, do you see the, can you all see the spine? I'm making sure that this show is in HD. Are you seeing the spine? The condition of these books is crazy. It really is. Penguin gets D. Robin gets C. Brian gets B. All right, and then here is, this is actually my favorite Jim Starlin cover ever. Amazing Adventures 27, an actual near mint classic Jim Starlin cover. That's going to be on B. This one is a non-key, but this is a near mint Amazing Adventures 22. I'm going to do just $5 on that. Apology for the no sticker there. All right, DC Chris has one. I actually have two. So there you go. DC Chris gets one. Let's do a key. I've got some high grade Amazing Adventure 18. This is the first appearance of Kill, two of them. Let's put those on E. And then I also have an Amazing Adventures #1. Now, I tried to put, if anything was $50 or more, I tried to stick you guys in Mylar. I also am trying to avoid writing the notes on the back. I'm trying to keep it as clean as can be for you. That way you can just take the sticker off and you've got a gorgeous book and you don't have to do anything. First Black Widow solo story, first cover of her in the black suit, and first appearance of her father, Ivan Petrovich. That is about a 8.5 Amazing Adventures #1 in full Mylar for you. Let's put it on B for Black Widow. Scott Green got H. Brian got E. All right. All right. And then Robin got B. B. Nice. And again, this guy is just $5. And there's one left on E. Continuing alphabetically, we are on to Archie at Riverdale High. This is an issue #1, a nice high grade copy. I'm doing just $10 there. I always like a good #1. This was a little random, but I just had it, so we'll do it. It's a mid to low Archie's Madhouse from 1964. Let's just do $4. Robin said, no, that B was for War of the Worlds. So let's go back in time and find the next person, which was Robert Lopez, who got B. Robert Lopez, I just need you to fill out the form. Robert Lopez. First name, last name, all that good stuff. Here is your link. Thank you, Robert Lopez. Actionic's going to get G. All right, who's Actionic? Everybody doing good today? You know, it's funny. I actually bought a microphone. I bought a microphone, and I meant to try it out today, but I actually lost it. That was going to help our audio quality. All right, now I got a collection in that had only the keys from our Army at War. So here's 148. Sergeant Rock becomes General. This is a mid-grade 12 center for 25. 141, first appearance of Shaker, mid-grade on B. Scarce stuff here. 138, first appearance of Sparrow. 128, first appearance of Sergeant Krupp. This is if you know this stuff, which not the average person does. This is the meat and potatoes when it comes to this stuff. Iconic Joe Kubert cover with a $400 high, and I want you guys to see how nice this copy is. I've got here, again, $400 high. I've got here like an 8.0, which is pretty incredible. That is 100 on G. I also have the classic Joe Kubert 1961 full company roster poster, extremely recognizable, iconic one. That is, I think, like a couple $1,000 high. This is a mid grade we're doing for 125. The deals today are crazy. There you go on I. First appearance of Junior, another notable member. This is 105, 10 centers. You just readjust the camera. We may not have our war buyers here today. Because let me tell you, if we were, this stuff would have been gone the second it hit the wall. This is really, really, really high grade, good quality stuff here. First, Ice Cream Soldier. All right, we're gonna put that stuff on pause. You guys don't seem to be going for it, and that is fine. Oh, Nick's gonna get H. Sure, little guy. Again, this near mint is just $5. Don't forget, Robin's gonna get that. This is an expensive sale. It's going to get a lot bigger than even this. So just be ready. First appearance of Werewolf, second appearance of Deathlock. We have an Astonishing Tales 26, the higher end of mid grade into high grade. I've got just 15 bucks on that. D for Deathlock. Astonishing Tales number 1, issue number 1 begins the Doctor Doom Kazar stories. There you go. Nice sharp copy of that too for just 30 bucks. All right, now we're on to Adam. Again, we're going alphabetically. Adam number 43 is the first appearance of Gentleman Ghost in the Silver Age. And I've got about a 7-0 here. It's going to be on H. Penguin picked up B. And the only other Adam book I have is a non-key, but it's a decent looking copy. It's number 36. All right, and then welcome back to the super high grade bronze that I was mentioning. We have an Avengers 123, first appearance of Star Stalker, Priestess of Parmon, and Origin of Mantis, and I think it's the something else, maybe or two, but that is a near mint Avengers 123. It'll be on H. I also have a near mint. Dude, I can't even in Musta Champion. I can't even read my own handwriting, but there you go. I like how I put the time in to write the key significance on this stuff, and then I can't even read it. That's hilarious. All right. Non-key, near mint 108. Near mint minus 104. Second appearance of Wonder Man. Avengers 102. Incredible condition stuff here, guys. And we'll end out our Avengers with 101, non-key, near mint. 107, that one's a very fine. Love the cover. 98, that one's a very fine. Cylor or Cyclop. Avengers 88, near mint minus for just 20 bucks, guys. The condition of this stuff is stupid. A, B, C. Yeah, claim the wall. All right, I'm going to give you, it's not a full wall, but I'm going to give you this guy for free since that's the outlier. Sweet. All right, the rest of the Avengers is a super high grade. I would say it's in the nines. Avengers 80, which is the first appearance of Red Wolf. That's going to be on C. 78 is first Lethal Legion and second appearance of M'Baku. Avengers 78. That one's about a 7.5. There are always volume discounts at all of my shows. If you get 10 claims, you get 10% off. If you get 20 claims, you get 20% off. Brian, are you just claiming the rest of Avengers? Do confirm for us. There's a few left here. Let me know if you want them all. Yeah, let me know if you want them all. And then it sounds like we're moving on to Batman. Giggity. That's right. All right. Avengers to Brian. All right, now I sort of did a good job keeping this alphabetical, but there's one or two that's not. Oh well. Perfect condition, and I'm breaking my rule here. This is not silver or bronze, but it kind of matched. I have a perfect copy, Killing Joke. Let's put it on B. All right, now some of these don't have stickers, so I'm going to say the price. You have to listen up here. This is a near mint. Did he say near mint? No way. Yes, this actually is. This Bronze Age collection of Batman and all the DC stuff today that you are going to see in um, the Bronze Age is actually between very fine plus to near mint plus. It's incredible. You saw a tiny pinch of it last week because we sold, what was it, Forever People and Mr. Miracle. And I have more of it now. This Batman classic controversial cover in near mint, 246 is $70 on C. First, Lupus the Werewolf. That is a near mint minus 100-page giant for $70. Justin Neely is going to get C. I wasn't joking when I said I think this is the best inventory I have had, at least in 2025. So it's no joke. No joke. This is the real deal here, folks. Brian, I just grabbed a short box. We're going to put you in a short box. All right, we're going to continue the party. What's up, Make Two? All right, did anyone get B? I don't see it. Okay. Batman 253 near mint. $60 on D. New Year's Eve special 247. It is a near mint minus for $40 on G. Patron of comic art is going to get D. Patron of comic art. Make sure you fill out this link with your first, last name, all that stuff. That'll be how I invoice you, my friend. Thank you. Neil Adams Classic 245. This is a very fine plus for $40. What's up, DC Chris? My internet is lagging. We have found the best thing to do is actually be on a computer. It's a lot better than being on your phone, I will say. This is a book I actually don't even really want to sell, to be honest. This is the nicest. You guys remember, or maybe you remember, I used to collect only high grade Batman. This is actually before the YouTube channel. This could actually be a near mint. I don't see a spine tick on this Neil Adams stuff. It's absolutely ridiculous. $75. You know what? I got a septic system to pay for, so have at Roger. Thank you. This is the collection, I have to say, that I really did not want to sell. All right, where are we? Actionic. All right. I did throw in some affordables. There is some mid and low grade. So Batman 231, a couple cheapies for you. 216. These are all mid grade or even a little bit low. 172. Some cheap ones for you there. What's up, Everett Lee? How you doing? All right, and then back to the crazy stuff. 236 iconic Neil Adams. Again, let's check it. Do you see spine ticks? Because I don't. Incredible stuff here. I got 60 bucks on Batman 236. It's going to be on I. All right, C goes to Brian. Nick gets E, but there's nothing on E. Patron gets I. Now I have the same book, but in the considerably higher grade. That is $60. Just goes to show you what a difference in condition will do. This is from the Crazy Bronze collection. All right. From the Crazy Bronze collection, first appearance of the Ten-Eyed Man. And that is, if it's not near mint, it's near mint minus. It's incredible. It is $80. We are going alphabetically. We have not gotten to My Greatest Adventure yet. No. Iconic Neil Adams covered Batman. I almost said Detective. Batman 229 near mint minus $80 on J. Everett Lee is going to get C. Patron. Batman 220, the exploding telephone booth. Again, I want you to just take a second with me and look at that spine. Incredible. I have $50 on that on C. Looks like DC Chris is going to get D. First appearance of Poison Ivy, Batman 181. It is a nice mid grade copy with plenty of room that can be fixed with the press. What can't be pressed is the fact that it is missing the centerfold. Okay, so we're just going to do a clean 200. $200. And missing the centerfold, if you don't know, there was like a sort of like a poster thing that came with the book. Famously, a lot of these books are missing it. This is one of the one that's missing it. Great price at just 200 though. This is actually one of the more expensive books of the night. It was from the stupidly high grade bronze collection. I have an actual near mint of the first Two Face since the Golden Age. Absolutely ridiculous, iconic cover. That is $400. That is no joke right there. That's on A. This one was only 40 bucks. I think that's the cheapest of all the Bronze Age ones, guys. Grab it up because here's another expensive one. $150 for this Neil Adams near mint classic Batman 241. Absolutely a keeper PC book right there. That's going to be on Eyes and Igloo. Andrew, that is a near mint or near mint minus, and it is gone. Justin Neely got this other one. Visas is going to get G. Batman 210. First appearance of the Feline Furies. Now, this is in the 60s now, and I've got a solid 8.5, maybe even a 9.0. Now, I just sold a 9.0 last year for however many $100, and we are doing this for just $100. That's going to be on G. That is issue 210. I have two near mint minus copies. This is crazy. Of the first appearance of Arkham Asylum. It's a scarce 100-page giant. I say scarce because a lot of kids' moms weren't buying these. When all the other books were 20 cents, these were 60. That was pretty expensive back then. 258 first Arkham Asylum on C. One of them is gone. Bondage cover, another one, near mint minus. Penguin holds a damsel in distress hostage. This is $50 near mint minus, although honestly, it could be a near mint right there on A. Another, I should have put these together, another first appearance of Anthony Lupus Werewolf. And I actually think there was another guy who bid on that. Here's your second chance. We're nearing the end of our Batman. Here is a near mint minus 256. That is $50. $50 on H. DC 100-page super spectacular. This is a Wildcat Batman and Robin special in near mint for $50. H is gone. The Batman, it's a very respectable and presents well, maybe 6.5 to a 7, but it's missing a centerfold, so it's just $200. All right. 100-page super spectacular. It's Batman 238. It is actually some sort of key. To be honest, I can't remember. I didn't write it on the back. This one is $75. I actually think it might be like a Plastic Man related key in the middle of a Batman book, if I remember correctly. I'm pretty sure. That's on H. Batman, 100-page spectacular 20. Origin of Two-Face. Very fine plus, near mint minus for $40. Thank you. And then I have a super cheap, the cheapest you'll ever see it. And the reason is there's actually, I think someone opened a box with this on it. There's an actual slice on the cover. Now, Key Collector says Batman 200s, the low is like 60 bucks. We're going to do this for $25. It also presents perfectly fine. It looks nice. $25 is a steal for a Batman 200. CFJ is going to pick up G. Thanks, CFJ. And here is your link, CFJ. I just need you to fill out that CFJ. CFJ, that'll be how I send you an invoice. Everett Lee, got that one. All right, that was the end of our Batman. We're on to C. Almost. Here's a stray B. Beetle Bailey, number 16 from 1958. 10 bucks. Mid grade. CFJ, make sure, I know it's your first time, but canceling is a big no-no. Don't do that. Guys, be very intentional with your claims. Undoing claims. It's an accident. It's fine. We'll make a habit. Nick, thank you for your claim on A. So to be clear, you want the near mint killing joke, CFJ, correct? I don't want killing joke. You do want the feline furies. That is the book that you got, homeboy. No worries. So guys, this is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, and J. Yes, all prices are USD. Here's the link. All right. Black Magic, number 1. This is actually mid-grade. Oddly enough, this was in the collection of all the high grade, but you know what? A cool mid-grade, number 1. Brave and the Bold, 103. Still from that super, super high grade, $15. It's Batman teaming up with Metal Men. You're in the 9s on that. Is that the only Brave and the Bold I have? That's crazy. Okay, we're into the C's. Captain America 152. Super high grade copy. I got $7 on that. Interesting how Captain America price is a lot cheaper than some of these other ones. Who makes the rules, man? I don't know. Cap 135, same thing. Just $7. Robin's gonna get F and G. All right. This one's a key, but this is a mid-grade. Not quite the same amount as the others. It's like a $50 high, so $10 is a steal. First appearance of Sarah Wilson, first Stoneface, and you get it retitled to include Falcon. H. Some more 1970, it's 131 and 127. James, did I get Blue Beetle? Not Blue Beetle. Did I get? I think I have Nick on that one, my friend. Let me double check. Yeah, I've got Nick on that one. GHF. Cool. And that's the last of the Captain America. I never have much Cap. All right. Then I have a high grade cat number 2 on H. Guy Gorham. All right. And CFJ, I just since you're new, I just want to check to see that you completed the form. We have a couple new people, so let's just see. CFJ, I do not have your link yet. So CFJ, you need to fill out that link, my friend. DIJ. All right, we're into C. Let's take it back to the Silver Age. This is the Silver Age sale. Challenges of the Unknown 38 from 1964 on G. Number 39, like that cover. 1964. I'll do $10. I'll do $10 on both of those. Space. This is first Arkham Asylum. That is a near mint minus. Yeah, first Arkham Asylum there. Penguin, I got a few more. Do you want to just say claim all challengers? Let me know. I definitely saw you jumped on those pretty fast. All right, from the bronze collection, super, super high grade. I've never even seen this book before. Turns out it is a three-part series. This is AB. That is completely unrelated to me. Nope, that has nothing to do with me. Champion Sports number 1. Very fine plus to near mint at 15 on D. An issue number 1. Classics Illustrated number 39. We're just going alphabetical, so there you go. $5. Claim all the challengers. All right, there were 4 more. You got them. Okay, here's a big one. Unfortunately, this darn thing would have been near mint or at least pretty close to it, but it's got frickin' that. Who knows? It must have been a tape pull or something. That's the first Red Sonia. So we're going to call it a fine because of that. And we're going to drop it under $100, just under 40 bucks. First appearance of Elric and Kulan Garoth, 14. That is $40. This is about a 7.5. And there's some glare there, so boom. My son has his toys everywhere. All right, mid grade, giant size Conan number 1. You're going to see a lot of giant size today. This is a debatable first. Some say it's the first cameo and appearance of Belit. It's a weak cameo, but I could hear the argument. So it's going to be $15 on I. My son is doing well. We did have a scare this week. There was an actual reason why the Wednesday show didn't happen. We had to go to the ER, actually. So that was my first taste of being a parent completely in fear. But everything is good. He is completely healthy. We're all good. Everything is good. Yeah, nothing prepares you for the first time that you get scared like that as a parent. That's a hell of a drug. Nick Serjanko's going to get by. All right. Here's something I've never seen. Well, excuse me, I've seen this book. Totally, I've seen this book, but I've never seen it in near mint. Creatures on the Loose 10 is the first appearance of King Kull. That is $100 on the dot. Definitely a gradable candidate. The vast majority of everything today is gradable candidates. A lot of the bronze stuff is like 9.6, 9.8. It's crazy. Daredevil, we're in the D's now. This is a 9.2, maybe 9.4. Second appearance of Bullseye. And then I've never seen a near mint. This is near mint. Daredevil 115 famously has an ad for the first appearance of Wolverine. That's a near mint on F. Where do you get the key issue stickers? The key issue stickers, I custom make them on stickermule.com. F to Brian. I think I'm going to remove the Batman. That's been up here for a little second, so I'm going to get rid of that. Andy Reinhardt says, ditto. Yes, sir. I thought you said dildo. All right, we're on to Daredevil. So Daredevil 81 is the first DD and Black Widow team up issue. Great story, by the way. This one is the higher end of mid grade into high grade on C. First appearance, there he is, of the second Mr. Fear. Now, this is a 60s book, but it is possibly actually near mint. I think $30. For whatever reason, I have a tendency to underprice Daredevil. I don't know why. I just do, and I don't learn my lessons. Like this low grade 33, $5. $5. DD 33, $5. Daredevil 30, he fights Thor, low grade, $8. B is gone. Daredevil Unmasked. That's mid grade. I got $10 there. Guy. Daredevil 28, low grade, $5. Laura. For the record, E and F, that is the cheapest we're going tonight. There's nothing below $5. I actually didn't know I had anything below $15 today. Roman Curtis gets the black magic. Good, because that spot has some bad glare. I do not have first bullseye. All right, let's see what's going on. Oh, a lot actually just happened too. Let's see. E and F. C is gone. So E and F to Nick. CFJ, I think you might still be confused. I'd like to take C for 100. So C was only $40 and it already got claimed. So I would refresh your browser, my friend. Daredevil 22, I have two mid-grade copies, both for 12 on A. Daredevil 21, low grade, $5. Daredevil 19, getting pretty early here, low grade, $10. Giant size Daredevil. This is a nice clean copy. This is from that bronze collection. $10. Giant size Daredevil Annual 2. $10. Clean stuff here. And that is actually the last of our Daredevil. So we could get a claim wall or claim Daredevil and we can get that gone and keep moving. Anyone wants to claim the wall, I'll give a nice extra discount here. Roman, thank you. Don't forget, if you ever, oh, I claimed I earlier. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's a big one too. Sorry to ask again. I didn't hear if you answered already. I'm not sure. I'm from Canada. We send you the slips. Yes. So all international shipping, I need the customs and the invoice sent to me. The honest, easiest workaround is just buy something on my eBay page, and I'll just ship this with that. Because eBay's got that, uh, whatever you call that thing or whatever with international shipping, so that makes it easy. Scott wants to know grade on H. Scott, that's about, I think it's about a 7 right there. First Elric. Roman, thank you. Debbie's Dates, number 6. It has a dog ear. Well, let's just do $4. Giant size Defenders. They actually call it a key, but the key is simply just a team up with Son of Satan. That doesn't register to my brain as a key, but it is a nice copy. They say it's a $35 high. We're doing 15. Robert O'Neill got F. Uh-oh, where's my, there it is. All right. Roman. See. All right. We are I actually cannot take any offers today. Even when it seems like I probably should, my profit margins are kind of bad on this one. I had to spend very high to get this stuff in. So even with my 10 and 20% off that I do if you get 10 and 20 claims, I am skating by. So I can't. But I'll do what I always do. If you claim a full wall, I'll make it better for you. All right, Detective 372. Back to the super high grade. Detective 372. You've got about a 9.2 Neil Adams classic on C. We've also got the debut of the show Batmobile, an iconic misogynistic cover of Batgirl. This is Detective 371. This copy is about a 7.5 to an 8. It's going to be $80 on E. First, Neil Adams on Batman, baby. That's a big deal. And this copy is about an 8.5 to a 9.2. Very impressive. I might just have to grade this. Oh my god. I have a near mint minus first team up of Batgirl and Robin. Oh boy. This is a good freaking buy. Classic cover, Detective 368, high grade. Beautiful purples. Let's clear a little bit of this wall up, please, and thank you. Roger Pilgrim, let me know about G. We're almost through our first box. We have 4 entire short boxes. I mean, 4 long boxes to get through. We have just almost done the first box. If you swap B and G, I'll clean the wall. What is B and G? I think I can agree to that. So just to understand, if by removing these and swapping out, so here's a Detective 367 and 350. This is first Masked Marauder. To understand you correctly, you're saying you're going to clean this wall here? Penguin's going to beat you to B. Yup, claim the wall. That is ridiculous. All right, tell you what. Tell you what, Brian, I got to give you something good for that. That's crazy. So why don't we do this? First, Elric. Free. Nice. By the way, do you see the condition of this stuff, guys? Do you see the condition of this stuff? It's too nice, man. It's just too nice. Also, I'm going to give you this little Debbie book for free. So those of you who want to know how that works, for example, everything Brian gets now is just 20% off. His entire box, everything that came before, everything that came after is going to be 20% off. And it's very easy to do. All right, here is the last of box 1. Here's about an 8-0 Detective 345. First appearance of Blockbuster. B for Blockbuster. 344. High grade, maybe about a 9. Detective 344. Detective 343. 8.5 to a 9. $30. Detective 342, same condition, $30. Classic Joker cover, same condition, 341, $40. Same condition, 340, $30. Mark E, I was wondering if you were going to make it today. I'm glad you did. It was a very Mark E claim sale. Detective 339, first appearance of Karnak. That's about an 8. $35 on G. Detective 337, 7.5, first appearance of Clag. On D. 336, Detective, it's about a 7, it's $30 on B. Detective 335, and you're back in the 9s on this one at $40. I got to keep. B has a question. I actually do not see anyone's question on B. That is really strange. B has a question. I do not see that. That is really weird. Someone might be getting filtered. I don't know. Detective 334, About an 8-0. First appearance of the Outsider in Cameo and first appearance of Grasshopper. Mark. Milky Cereal, you asked about international shipping. I did answer that. Um, I said, yes, you have to send me the shipping label and the customs, but you can get around that by just buying something on my eBay page and I'll ship it with that. Very easy. That's what most of my guys do. Detective 333. About a 7.5, $35 on F. Classic Joker cover 332. About a 7. Detective 331. This one's about a 7.35. On E. I'm actually a little surprised that this stuff isn't jumping off the wall. This is typically the most popular stuff. 330, another high grade for you. 40 on J. All right, we have a full wall of Silver Age Detective Comics, which is some of the most desirable comics of all time. Claim an entire wall to Brian, so we're going to give him a free book. Let's give him a $35 book for free. Goodness gracious. Ignatius. All right, Brian, I'm going to get a long box for you. All right, 1 second. I think I got a little out of order here, but Detective 318 is the second appearance of Catman. This is a mid grade on C. Detective 316. Let's get nice and early here. Higher end of mid grade, 30 on I. First yellow emblem, Detective 327. I got 60 bucks on the higher end of mid grade, D. First appearance of Zodiac Master, Detective 323. That's a mid grade. That's on B. All right, guys, get ready. We are alphabetical, and I didn't put it in my greatest adventure. I put it on D for Doom Patrol. So we are doing all the Doom Patrol stuff. This is extremely desirable stuff here, but let's see if we can clear the wall. This is the rest of my detective comics. I just have those 4. Honestly, I cannot wait to get to Lois Lane and Jimmy Olsen. There is like a nice stretch of Lois Lane and Jimmy in these boxes that are actually near mint. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I also have some near mint Shazam. It's going to be good, guys. On D is Batman Done. Batman is done. The last of our Batman is right now. We're doing detective. This is our last hurrah with Batman. Let's go ahead and do it. I've got about a 6, maybe a 5-5 of the first appearance of the Doom Patrol, My Greatest Adventure AD. That is $400 on B. My Greatest Adventure 85. Another early Doom 20. 84. These are all nice too. They're not even VGs. They're better. They're all like fines and 83. Second appearance of Doom Patrol. That's 81, and that's actually the nicest copy out of them all. That's on G. Atkins, do you want to just say claim all the Doom Patrol? Those are the only ones I got. In the meantime, oh wait, I thought you got B. I'm being crazy. Have I missed Fantastic Four? No. Nope. We're still wrapping up D. We're still on Detective Comics and Doom Patrol. Not gonna lie, I thought that was gonna sell in 2 seconds. And you guys better believe I'm keeping this book if that doesn't sell today. I'm gonna get it graded and then it's mine. So see. Claim minus the 400. All right, so you get the lighter ones. Cool. First Doom Patrol's up for grabs. I have 4 Silver Age Doctor Strange books here today. I have Doctor Strange 183. This is the last issue of the series. It's the first appearance of the Undying Ones. A beautiful high grade copy. The condition on B is between a 5 and a 6. Doctor Strange 179, Spidey crossover right there. Doctor Strange 179, 25. Doctor Strange 175, first cover appearance of Clea and first Sons of Satanish. And then we only have 1 Doctor Strange left. These are all mid-grade. Doctor Strange 170 is the second appearance and first cover appearance of Nightmare. Guys, give a round of applause. CFJ is getting what I think is one of the best books of the night. This honestly could be the best book of the night. So congratulations to CFJ. All right, let's see. Pastor Mike's going to go CFJ. CFJ. Just C is available. Pastor Michael. Oh, I'm being so stupid. I'm so stupid. He said Gratz CFJ. I'm so dumb. I literally thought that was a claim on CFJ. That is hilarious. I'm so sorry. Sorry. Robert O'Neill is going to get G. That's actually kind of funny. All right. All right. We are on to Fantastic Four. So, first appearance of Crusader and first appearance of Frankie Ray, later becomes Nova. Mid grade copy. The highs are 30 to 40. Let's do 10 on B. This is from the super high grade collection. So this is a near mint FF 156. Amazing Doctor Doom cover on G. Brian 12 gets B. All right, let's see. Goodman gets I. Those of you who have claims, make sure you fill out this link. Very important. Don't forget. Brian. Don't forget to like. Yes. Thank you, David Frederick, reminding us to all like the video. How many more books? We are actually not even a third through the show. We've got so much tonight for you. 155, Partial Origin of Silver Surfer and Shala Ball. This one's about an 8-0 on B. 97, this is a high grade copy. That is the first cover of Franklin Richards. That's issue 97. I wish I had more FF today. I kind of don't. First appearance of Targo or Tango. Can't read my own handwriting. That's a mid to low. I got 12 bucks. That's issue 91. We got more of them, CFJ. I promise. 87 mid grade. Let's just do 10 bucks. 87, 12 center. 81 is a small key. This one is a mid to high grade. That's going to be $20. 78 mid grade, 10 bucks. I tend to find FF is a little cheaper than some of the other stuff from this time period. So a lot of it's just 10. This ain't so cheap. Here we got a 6.0 classic Kirby cover. I popped that into Mylar for you. I got 60 bucks on that on B. Number 70, 10 bucks, mid grade. First appearance of Krees as well as the Kree Century. You know the Kree race? Well, of course you do. We're all nerds. We know this stuff. FF64, a mid grade. That's a good one. 40 bucks. This is just a cool Doctor Doom cover, mid to relatively low, 15 bucks on B. Black Bolt cover, it's issue 59. We're going to do 10 bucks. Let's see. Pilgrim got G. Robin got B. Wind Among the Reeds gets first Krees. And you also get B. Oh, nothing's on B. All right. This book I always have a really hard time with because I think the key significance is really, frankly, kind of small. But the price tag is so high. It's a weird one. It's a $60 book. I've already lowered the price a few times. It's the second appearance and first cover appearance of Claw. And it's one of the more expensive ones, but it's a second appearance. So I don't know that it's as low as I could ever go. $60 FF56. Classic This Man, This Monster. That's issue 51. That's a beautiful copy, maybe about a 7. That is going to be $50 on the spot. D. Second and cover appearance of Black Bolt FF46. Fun fact, Key Collector says the low I think is 150 or 200. This is a VG that I'm doing under the Key Collector low, 100 bucks. I can't remember if I have Titans. 43, 10 bucks. Good grade. Guy Gorham gets D. I got another $10 one. It's issue 42. On D, 10 bucks. 41. PG Plus, 10 bucks. And we only have a couple FFs left. FF97, that's a very high grade copy. It's the first cover appearance of Franklin Richards. We have a full wall here, and not to mention, not only do we have a full wall, but that's $10, that's $10, that's $10, and this is just 20 bucks. There's some good stuff here. J and F. Roger gets that. CFJ wants to know what's the condition on G. It's a VG. The worst thing about it is the Comics Code Authority, some kid took a blue highlighter and covered it. I don't know. Kind of weird. All right, so let's see. Roger. All right, D and I to Brian. Can someone do a quick check for me? I have an FF37. It's even a relatively high grade copy, but I forgot to say what the key significance is. Can someone do a check on Fantastic Four 37 and drop it in the comments? Because it's 50 bucks. So whatever it is, it's got to be something. It is a nice, beautiful, sharp copy. It's 50 bucks on D. And then I think this is the first Dr. Franklin Richards, I'm pretty sure. FF31. This is about a 6. Andy Reinhardt's going to get A. First appearance of Anel, Scroll Royalty, and Mother of Hulkling. Okay. Oh, you were quick with that. Thank you. Andy. Patron, the grade on B is very sharp. It's about a 7.5, which is very respectable for that time period. I got 60 bucks on that bad boy. All right. Greatest Comics 29, classic first meeting of Hulk and FF. This is actually a $40 high, and this is a high grade, but we're doing it for $25. Little vintage for you on A, and that's the rest of our FF. No, it isn't. 1963, 23 classic Doctor Doom, mid grade, 40 bucks. And then I have from that crazy Bronze Age collection a very fine plus to near mint minus uh, king size annual number 8. Gorgeous condition on F. That's the rest of our FF. Grade on D is about a 7.5. Very respectable for an early FF. Twain Poe, you just missed F. Hate Dude is going to get BDJ. What's up, Hate Dude? It's been a minute. How are you? Guys, don't forget, just because you have filled out the form in the past, you do have to do it every show that you actually do a claim in. So don't forget, you gotta fill out the link. Wind, you missed Jay. All right, guys, I'm gonna put this on a timer, and then we're moving on. Looks like we're into the F, so we've got a little Flash and then Hulk coming up. Hey Siri, start a timer for 1 minute. Again, guys, welcome to the Nothing But Net All Silver Age show. The only thing that isn't Silver Age is going to be extremely high grade bronze that I got from a separate collection. You got 40 seconds on the wall. $25, $35, $25, $50, 20 bucks, 100 bucks. That's a steal right there. All right, that's it. That's our timer. All right, and right before we get to Flash, I got to put up my near mint first appearance of Firestorm. Crazy that these near mints are only 50 bucks. It's a pretty major appearance. 1952, nice copy too. 40 bucks. Fighting Marines number 4. We're into our Flash, so get ready. This is super high grade 100-page giant Flash 214, Origin of the Metal Men, and it's also a reprint of Flash 155. $90 high, and quite honestly, I could have done it. We're doing 40 bucks. 1973, near mint minus 100-page special for Flash. Near mint 226 Flash. Very fine plus to near mint minus 220. Correct, Andy. Flash 213 is a near mint. Again, I do see these books from time to time, but you bet your ass I never see it in near mint. So this is definitely very special. Second, Green Lantern and Green Arrow team up near mint with a black spine. That's crazy. Roman. Let's keep it high grade with Flash 211. Oh, you know what I just realized? One of our members ever once told me that if he ever, the next time I got a near mint, to let him know. I forgot about that. Mikey Maz, if you're still watching, I just remembered that. So yeah, Flash 209 near mint. Andy, I'll get it for you. 208 near mint. 206 near mint minus. 204 near mint minus. Why are these not being? This is the type of shit that Mile High would put like $200 on, guys. 203 near mint minus. Epsilon got C and A. You got it, Randy. Or I just said Randy. It's Andy. 202 near mint minus. 200 near mint. Absurd. Absurdly clean. Fighting Marine is a 1952 number 4. It also was a small key of some sort. Fighting Marines 1950 number 4. Respectable 6.5. Axionic got A, Epsilon got C. And then I have a major key, but it is more like mid to low grade. Flash 155 is the first appearance of the Rogues Gallery. That's on A. D goes to Hate Dude. Oh, claim remaining Flash. I did miss that. Sorry, Brian. Hate Dude. All right. Oh, moving on, we're going to do the F through the G's. Forever People, number 1. Very fine plus to near mint minus. That is 150 bucks. Brian, yes, I did take care of you, my friend. I missed it at first, but I did get it. Forever People number one, it very well could be one of the best copies you ever see raw. Here we have a bunch of high grade From Beyond the Unknowns. This one's 25, which I think that might be the last issue. 24. I couldn't resist upcharging a little bit on this one. Awesome Gorilla library cover in near mint. 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, and then this one's 8. So a bit of a jump down on that one. Hey, someone wanted to know if we had Ghost Rider. Looks like we do. Geoff Rush. Geoff Rush, I really recommend sticking around because once we get to New Gods and Jimmy Olsen, there's going to be a lot of Dark Side related major keys in exceptional condition showing up tonight, okay? And that actually is perfectly the last of the From Beyond the Unknowns. So if someone wanted, wait, James, do you have any war books? Ryan, you missed them. We did all the Army at Wars. I had all the keys. Not a single book sold. I think we were missing our war people. Um, and I don't really totally want to go back and get that stuff, especially since no one grabbed it. But it was all keys too. I'll do an offer for you guys. If you get the entire wall, which is the rest of From Beyond the Unknowns, I'll give you E for free. Ryan, I'll show you them in a speed round. 148, it's a key. First Sergeant Krupp, classic Joe Kubert. First Shaker. First Sparrow. That's the big one. No one went for it. First appearance of Junior. First Bulldozer. First Ice Cream Soldier. And then this one was the only non-key. So. All right. Do we have a full wall claim or anyone wanting to get all the high grade From Beyond the Unknowns? You're going to get the $15 one completely for free. And again, all this counts towards your discount. So you can get 20% off your entire box. And claiming a wall can certainly help. Claim a wall. There you go. Brian is here to make sure that we keep a great pace. I love it. All right, Ghost Rider number 3, second appearance of Son of Satan. First appearance of Ghost Rider's new ability to summon motorcycles. This is a 7.5 copy of a Ghost Rider number 3. Uh-oh, a war book. GI Combat 114. Origin of Haunted Tank. High grade copy. It's a $275 high. I always have trouble with war books, so I'm pricing this pretty far under. And someone wanted one of those, so we'll see. Twain Poe gets a B. Mr. Marsh. You know, it's funny. When I was doing the alphabetical order, I accidentally slipped this one book into the wrong section. So we did all our Doom Patrol, but this third appearance of Doom Patrol in relatively high grade accidentally got put in the G's. So let's put it on D for Doom Patrol, my greatest adventure 82. Green Lantern high grade 66. Green Lantern super high grade 89, final issue of the run, and the classic Denny O'Neil issue right there on B. Green Lantern 61 high grade. And then Astonishing Tales 29, first reprint of Guardians of the Galaxy. Not perfect. This is not quite at the same near minty, very fine spot. This one's more like a very fine minus. Still, it's a $45 high, so we're doing 20 bucks. Looks like Elian Atkins gets the Doom Patrol. Butcher's Son takes B. All right, Everett. Okay, folks, we are on to something I almost never get in ever. Look at all that Hawkman. And it's very high grade. Here's a Hawkman number 13. It's between an 8.5 and a 9.4. That's on B, 20 bucks, 1966. Number 22, same condition. These are so good they could go up to a 9.4. 21. First appearance of Lion Mane, and you're in the nines on that one. That's a key from 1967 at 40 on C. Again, the other thing is when I do see this stuff, it's like VGs. Look at this. Look at this black spine. That's a 1967 book that looks that nice. Like, is this a joke? 15 bucks. 18. Same thing. That's an interesting one. CFJ says I would claim all Hawkman. I just want to make sure, are you actually claiming or would you? CFJ, please confirm if you are claiming all of the Hawkman, because I will just put it all straight in your pile. Let me know. Yes. All right. Hawkman. Gone. And I think in that one move, you just parked yourself at 20% off, CFJ. It's that easy. Oops, I accidentally grabbed a Green Lantern. There we go. No, Zatanna was not there. It was pretty much all the non-keys. House of Mystery 173, 12 center from 1968. This one's relatively low. I'm going to do 8 bucks. Yep, CFJ, I caught it. I plopped it back. All right, here you go. Super high grade House of Secrets 108. Now, I wish I never get the first Zatanna. Never. That's not a book. Listen, in general, 90% of the time you do these I do these claim sales, you guys see me with Marvel stuff. And the reason is DC fans, they just like don't sell their books as often as Marvel people. It is legitimately a chore to try to get DC up in here for you guys. It is actually hard. It's hard, man. Um, People hold on to their DC. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. Because it's better. Okay. Okay, we are up to House of Secrets, and I actually have a key. This one, 114, is a near mint minus. Classic Nick Cardy cover and story. $60, and as you can see, that's nice enough. I want to get that graded if you guys don't go for it. So that's on C. Here's a classic Bernie cover, House of Mystery 211. Claim all the House of Secrets. Well, there weren't that many. I just had the three. Butcher's Son actually beat you to that one, Brian, but you got the rest. Nice claim, Butcher's Son. It helps to be fast. Very nice. What grade is your Jimmy? There are some of the Jimmy Olsens might actually be legitimately 9.8s. I'll have to point them out. They're so nice, it's like stupid. Okay, let's get back to the party. All right. Howard the Duck #1. This is a book I actually heavily discounted last week, so I'm going to continue that here. This is actually one I would normally price at like 75. So we're doing 50 on that just because I've had so many recently. So it's a great time to buy Howard the Duck from me because I'm doing it for cheap, man. All right. This is not the Bronze Age, so you'll have to, well, actually, technically 1981 still is bronze, but mostly today has been 50s up to like 1973. I'm cheating here. This would be near mint, but it has ever so slight shadowing, or I guess it's foxing on the side. That is the only thing that prevents this from being a 9.8, man. This is 175, first rocket on B. 168, super sharp, first harpy. And I dare say that might be the best copy I've ever seen of that, too. The condition today is outstanding. Non-key, very high grade. Let's just boom. 10. Boom. This actually, it's funny. This was a key, and I remember it on Key Collector listed as a key. They removed it, but I remember it. This is one of the books today that might be a 9.6, possibly even a 9.8 from the 70s right here. That's 40 bucks on A, and I'm probably going to get that graded if you guys don't. All right, Robin got B. Brian got C. Robin got G. Butcher got A. Look at the glare on H. It's terrible. Okay. First appearance of the Inheritor. High grade. Hulk 149. That'll be on B. Nick Sergenko gets D. CFJ. I tell you guys, I wish I could have this inventory for you all the time. It's hard to get this stuff in. I paid freaking high. First meeting of Hulk and Doctor Doom. It has possible water damage here because it's got some waviness. Very easily pressed out, but I'm doing nice and cheap. Brian, that's awesome to hear. That's so good. First part of that sentence isn't so good, but I'm glad I could find you another one. First appearance of Golem. Nice high grade Hulk 134. Let's do some near mint minus Hulks from the bronze. 133, 130. This one's a key first glob. Very fine, I would say. 1969. That's going to be $10. I actually have two of those. 119. And then I have a super high grade. I popped this in the Mylar for you. Classic Hulk versus Rhino. First meeting of Hulk and Rhino. Real nice. Super clean. That's on A. And then I have the first Return Hulk issue. This is actually might even be just like a VG, honestly. We're going to do $75 on that Hulk 102. 75. All right, let me go back in time. Thornhill's going to start us with B. B. Robin got E. Thorn. Robin. Guy. Thorn. I think it's once every like 2 months that I get inventory where it's like nothing but net. It takes like 2 months to build that type of inventory, if that makes sense. Twain Poe. That's how it goes, unfortunately. Thorn. Nothing on E, but see if J is going to get F, and Robin got G. Eternals. First appearance of Tiamat and Xeron the Tester. Near mint minus. This is the Pence variant as well. Number 18 on B. First appearance of the Uni Mind. I have two high grades at 10. That's issue 12. I have two first appearance of Cersei's. So I took the one that was a near mint minus single. That's going to be right there. And then I did the other bundle, which is her first appearance. So there you go. And this one, this is a near mint. It is second appearance of Eternals. And there are so many first appearances. I just put many first appearances. It's honestly too hard to remember them all. Now, I wanted to do a special because Eternals, and granted, A lot of this stuff is priced a little bit low. But if you wanted to grab all the Eternals, I was going to give you C for free. So Brian is first dibs because he got A. So Brian, if you claim all of these, I'm going to give you both of these guys for free. Okay? It's an open offer to anyone, but I'm going to let Brian have first dibs. In the meantime, I have an Invaders 20. First appearance of Union Jack Brian Fallsworth. It's it's a good copy. It's like a very fine. It's not quite the very fine plus, near mint minuses, near mint plus, but it's a good one. That'll be on G. All right, open offer to anyone. All right. First appearance of Masterman, an origin of the Golem, the Golden Age Submariner, and I thought it was something else too, but I can't remember. This one's the higher end of mid grade, and here's a low grade. In case you're curious, it's a $100 high grade. So both of these are a steal. First meeting of Captain America and Iron Fist near mint. Iron Fist 12. That'll be on A. And then I have the same book. If you want a little cheaper, I've got the fine plus, very fine minus. That'll be on F. Then we have Iron Fist 8 classic cover and origin in near mint. Looks like Serjanko is going to get the I. F to Thorn. Casino's going to get H. The $10 one. No, that H is the $30 one. Do confirm for me. Giant size Iron Man. Nice sharp copy on I for Iron Man. And then I have a near mint first Justin Hammer, which is all I put that in nice Mylar for you. First Justin Hammer, it's also the Demon in a Bottle Part 1 on F. Twain Poe, there's no T, let me know. Casino Comics is going to take that one. Twain got I. All right, I'm going to start a timer. I'm going to make this even easier for you guys because Eternals is such a hard mover. If you get B through E within the next minute, I'm going to give you B for free. That is a free $25 book. Hey Siri, start a timer for 1 minute. All right, you have 1 minute to get a $25 off bundle from D through E. Are the Eternals eternal? No. They are my worst seller across the board. I can't even think of another book that I have a harder time selling. So that's why I usually price them low and I usually cut a deal for them. So you got 15 seconds left. Otherwise, I'm just going to rip it off the wall. All right. Eternals, you're stinking up my wall. Get out of here. All right. Guys, I made a mistake. I did not write the key significance on the back. Can I get a fact check? Iron Man 17. I need the key significance on an Iron Man 17. I got 20 bucks. It's a nice, sharp, well-presenting mid-grade. It's going to be on B. And despite not being a $50 book, it's only 20 bucks. It is in full Mylar. I also have the air printing with the yellow of Iron Man 15. Relatively low grade, but that's kind of cool. Roger. All right. Iron Man 14. This is actually, that's a really nice, cool cover, actually. I got 20 bucks on there. I might be a little low. Cool. 20 bucks, Iron Man 14, 12 center. Iron Man 13, a very nicely presenting mid-grade verging into high grade on B. 20 bucks. Guy Gorham. All right, so for this next one, you got some options here. It's the origin of Whitney Frost, who later becomes Madame Mask. Invincible Iron Man number 8. Now, I have two copies that are your kind of typical VG to fine. And then I got another one that's a very fine. This one's 30 bucks. Those two are 15. Thorn. And then I have the near mint. That bad boy's 50 bucks on E. Thorn gets a C. Can we just recognize the fact that I'm pulling 70s and even some 60s books in the near mint minus near mint range? That's insane, guys. This was such a good collection. Oh my gosh. All right, number 7, very nicely presenting mid grade on H. Let me speed up. Number 4, nice mid grade on I. Both of these are $15. Number 3 is $25. Small key, I didn't even write it on there. First freak on B. And then I don't have an Iron Man number 1, but I do have a number 2. That's $60 on a mid grade Iron 2. All right. Now I don't have an Iron Man 1, but I do have an Iron Man Submariner number 1. Mid grade Iron Man Submariner number 1 in Mylar. That is $150 on H. 150. Look at that glare. That's terrible. All right, and I have some super cheap Jerry Lewis. Hey, it's a Silver Age sale. There's going to be some Silver Age that is super cheap. So Jerry Lewis stuff. Why don't we just make the Jerry Lewis a grab bag? I have 3 of them. You can just claim an I. It'll be a nice surprise, and they're only $5. All right, so Brian got one. Nick gets one. And claim I again. All right. We have a very iron wall right now. This is a weird offer, but why don't we do this? If you claim the wall, I will give you this near mint Iron Fist number 8 for free. But I'm only going to give you 45 seconds, not a full minute. Hey Siri, start a timer for 45 seconds. All right, 30 seconds remaining on the wall. 10 seconds on the wall. You know what? I might just get this graded. I think I will. All right. Interesting. Iron Man. Iron Man and Eternals, I think, were the stinkers tonight. Iron Man's not normally a stinker, so that's interesting. From Harvey Comics, Jigsaw number 1. First appearance of Jigsaw, Man of 1,000 Parts. Nice presenting, mid-grade on B. That's cool. I don't see that too much. We're into some Journey into Mystery. Journey into Mystery 119. That's the first appearance of the Warriors 3. 119 is the issue. The copy is about a 7. Yes, you heard that right. That's a sharp copy on C. I also have Legion of Superheroes or Adventure Comics 403. What's cool about this is they all get new powers in this issue. And this is probably the highest grade copy I've ever seen. This is part of that same collection on H. First appearance of the Destroyer and cover appearance. That's about a 7.0 copy of Journey into Mystery 118. This is the really good stuff. We're into it now. First appearance of Enchantress and Executioner. Journey into Mystery 103, a beautifully presenting mid-grade at $300. Journey into Mystery 102, another beautiful presenting mid-grade. First appearance of Hela. First Hela right here. That'll be on E. This one's the cheap one. I like how this is the cheapest one I have of Journey. 111 is the first cover appearance of Balder. $40. Nice presenting mid-grade on I. And then that's actually all the Journey into Mystery I have. Now, I actually had more Journey into Mystery than this, but a dude came into the shop when I was pricing this, getting it ready, and he actually dropped like $700 and took everything but this stuff. So that was a good sale. That was a good one. What's going on, guys? This is the best stuff of the night here. Journey into the first Enchantress. This is the meat and potatoes, my friends. First Destroyer goes to Brian. First cover of Balder does Who Dat Nation 12. That's a new name. Who Dat Nation 12. Here's the link. This will be how I invoice you. Make sure you fill it out right. Thanks, Who Dat. Actionic. Ooh, nice, Tom. Butcher, you just missed out on D. The only Justice League book I had in that crazy collection, and it happened to be a key. It's the first appearance of Earth Prime. That's the Earth, the reality in which you, well, it's like the fourth wall breaking Earth. That's going to be on A, I think. 123. Nice high grade copy. This is a cool one. Believe it or not, I never get this in, and I don't ever get it in this. I got a near mint minus first appearance of Commandi. That's kind of cool. Jack Kirby Classic #1, first Commandi. I also have two super high grade first Kazar solo series where they actually fit the F word right under that palm tree. Very controversial. This made it into my controversial video from a couple of years ago, which that video blew up and is now like my most watched video. Also, it's the first Hercules standalone story. So that's a double key. Both of these copies are solidly in the 8s, but could even press to a 9. Really special stuff here, guys. That's on D. Mark's going to get A. Leon Atkins wants to know the condition on E. I would clock it at probably right around a 6. First Hella, right around a 6. All right, here is the first Howard the Duck. Astonishing Tales #12. First Howard the Duck, folks. This copy is about a 7.5, maybe up to an 8. $130 on I. 1954, nice copy too. 10-cent Little Lulu, $10. Logan's Run #6, first Thanos solo series. I always thought this should have a much higher value, but you know what? $20. And I actually have two of them. I have another one over there randomly. That's on A. Robin's going to get, is that J? Yeah. Looney Tunes, 1951 right there. I got $15 on that on F. Nick, you just missed J. That's okay. Robert's going to get A. And I have another one again. If anyone wants another of A, I've got it over there. All right, so after this stack and a few more, we are officially at the halfway point. Now, I will say I'm noticing a slight slowdown here. Now, I don't want to put up my best inventory if we're losing our momentum. So what I might do is we might just end the show at this halfway point, and later in the week, maybe next Sunday, or maybe Wednesday night, I'm not sure yet, we could do the second part of this. But I don't want to put up my best inventory if we're slowing down, and I'm noticing a little slowdown here. So why don't we put up what we have left? If we're still going strong, I will continue to all these Spider-Man and Jimmy Olsen and all that stuff, but we just have to see. Okay. I did promise you Lois and Jimmy, so we will do that tonight. Here is a super high grade. That's been the theme tonight. First, Black Mariah, Luke Cage, number 5, 25 bucks. A near mint minus Man Thing 1. 200 bucks on J. Guy Gorham's going to take A. This is about a 7.5, I think. Butcher. And then Man Thing Volume 2, number 1, near mint on A. Creatures on the Loose 34 is the first George Perez cover. I'm not sure why it's not considerably more expensive, but there you go. That's on J. Nick. Robin. All right. I usually have a bunch of these. 1966 Marvel Collector's Item Classics, $5. First appearance of the other. First appearance of Modred. Marvel Chillers number 1. It's a very fine. I wish I had a Metamorpho 1. Robin's going to pick up A, nice and easy. First artwork on Red Sonja by Frank Thorne. Marvel feature number 2. A nice high grade for you. That's going to be on A. That's a little random, but we're going alphabetically, so there you go. Now, here we go. Marvel Premiere number 5. Hold on. I actually have 2 of these suckers, guys. Look at this. Marvel Premiere 5, first mention of Shumagroth and first Vishanti. I got 2 of those suckers in high grade on F. Deacon, you did not. You did not. Robin beat you. You must be in the top chat. Make sure you're in the live chat. All right, Brian's going to get 1 of the Fs. I have 2. Help me clear this wall because I want to get the rest of the Marvel premieres up. We still have nothing but net. We got first Hella up here. We got a near mint minus first Commandi. We had the first Howard the Duck. Oh, excuse me, not first Howard the Duck. I said Howard the Duck. First Man Thing. That's actually a pretty big difference. Excuse me. First Man Thing on I. Gosh. All right, here's what we're going to do. We are going to go to a timer, and then we're going to clear the wall. After that, we're putting up Jimmy Olsen and Lois Lane, and then that is it. I have better stuff, but I do not want to show my best inventory when we're slowing down. I don't want to risk that. So we're going to go to a timer. Hey, Siri, start a timer for 1 minute. Condition on I is once again a 7.5 to an 8. Aaliyah Adkins, I only get Doom Patrol in like twice a year. you know. E is about a 6. It's a nice one. Doom Patrol is one of the hardest things to get in. I'd have more for sale if I ever get it, but I don't. All right, I am going to save all the Marvel Premiere. We are going to do the Lois Lane, Jimmy Olsen, and then that is it. Which means Amazing Spider-Man, Thor, X-Men, all that other Silver Age stuff is going to be next week. Hellband's like, no. You have to understand, you do not want to exhaust your inventory. So I can't put up really good stuff when things have settled down, because then it's now the second, third, fourth time I've shown that stuff. It doesn't work. So we just gotta do what we gotta do. Hold on. I'm looking for it. Why is this so hard to find? Okay. Here we go. Jimmy time. We're going to start with Jimmy, then we're going to do Lois. Honestly, the Eternals. I literally think I'm gonna sneak some of the Eternals into just some Bronze Age bundles. Let somebody get like a crazy good deal on it. I'm so tired of trying to move Eternals. I'm so tired of it. Worst seller. Okay, near mint to mint. This is a possible 9.6, maybe 9.8. Jimmy Olsen 162. Jimmy 161. Same thing. Scott, I would do that deal. What was it? Scott McKeon. All right, Butcher gets B. All right, and again, no joke. Some of this Jimmy Olsen is actually possibly 9.8s. 160, same thing. This stuff is at least 9.4s. 158 classic bondage cover. 156, 154. I just can't wait for you guys to see this stuff in hand. It is so nice, man. Wind gets D. Penguin got E and F. All right, same thing. 153. Possible 9/8 from 1972. So, 152, at least a 9.4. 151, weird ant robot cover, at least a 9.4. This is the type of collection where I literally was like, do I just grade everything? So that's why I want to give you guys a shot. But quite honestly, anything that doesn't sell from Jimmy, I'm going to get graded. Some of these 9.8s, there's only one on the census, or there's none on the census. So we're talking hundreds of dollars if they actually get that grade. Here's another one, 150, getting even earlier now. H, 148, same thing. 147, 20 bucks on J. 146, near mint to mint. All this is near mint to mint. 145. Penguin claims the wall. And Penguin, don't forget, you're getting everything at 20% off. All right. $139, first appearance of Bruno Ugly Mannheim. This is a very fine plus, near mint minus on C. 138, near mint. 137, near mint. 136, first appearance of Double X. It kind of looks like a Neil Adams. Might be a Neil Adams. All right, here's the big one. Here's two of the big ones. I don't remember who got Forever People #1, but here we go. First cameo of Doomsday. Second cameo of Doomsday. And if someone wouldn't mind, this book is so littered with keys, I can't remember them all. Can someone do a quick lookup on 135? There's a lot of key significance in this book. Oh, second cameo, Darkseid. First appearance of, oh my God, first appearance of the Golden Guardian. That's major. First product, Cadmus. And this one's 200. Again, ridiculously sharp copies here. You're in the 9s. So 280. First Darkseid. All right, let's see here. Butcher is going to get H. And Butcher got I. I was really hoping someone would get both in one household. I'm so glad. Butcher, you're going to frickin' lose your mind over the condition on this stuff. All right. Penguin got C. Sir Janko got B. And Hank Wagner gets D. Let me just check. All right, I think we're caught up. All right, yeah, we are. Jimmy 130. Very fine plus, near mint minus 15 center with a black spine. Same thing with 128. Same thing with 129. Great condition here. Same thing with 127. Isn't it funny how the 15-cent stuff and 20-cent stuff is more valuable than the late 60s? So weird. 125, 121, 119. This is definitely stuff I usually get in at VG's, and I typically do Jimmy at like just $5. But when it's this condition, I gotta do better. So wind is gonna get B. And that actually is the rest of the Jimmy Olsen. So up next is Lois Lane. And again, the main appeal of this stuff today is the condition. For example, nothing hides on a black spine. I want you guys to see how nice this copy is. And all this stuff looks like that. It's crazy. Brian's going to get deep. But I want to clear this wall before we put up Lois. So I got to see this wall get cleaned up before we do Lois. So all you guys got to do is get rid of these 5 books and we'll do it. Actionic's going to say, I'll get the rest of the wall. I'll knock both of these down to 10 for you. All right, guys, this is our grand finale of the night. I keep calling it night. It's the middle of the day. Here is my Lois Lane. This is some of my favorite stuff that you can literally get. It's the condition that is my favorite stuff to collect. My favorite thing in the world is 70s art in near mint. There's nothing like it, man. I literally prefer it to 60s art near mint, which is extraordinarily rare. All right, Lois Lane 135 true near mint bondage cover 25 on B. 134 near mint on H. Just to give you an idea, I want you to look at that spine. Okay. Are you seeing this condition? It's insane. It's insane. $30 on D. 2 shoes got B. Everett Lee. Nope. 2 shoes got D. I'll go a little faster. 130, 127, 125. That one is a near mint minus. Near mint bondage cover 120. 119. 118. 116. Third appearance of poison ivy in near mint. 108 near mint. Brian. Two shoes. Oh, M-E. Brian. Neely. Yep. All right. Very fine plus near mint minus 109. Near mint minus 107. Oops. Same thing with 102. Very fine plus near mint minus 101. Near mint minus, maybe even just near mint, issue 100 anniversary issue. 99 near mint. 98 near mint. 97 near mint minus. Brian. Two. Giant sized Lois 95. These are a tough one. These are a tough one. Let's see. Can I wait to combine shipping with next? No, I can't. I can't hold a pile a full week. We're gonna get this stuff out and start fresh next week. Brian's gonna get C. 94 near mint. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. 89 Carmine Infantino classic cover. Marriage of Bruce Wayne and Lois. That is a very fine plus, near mint minus. 82. We're in the 12 centers. This is a very fine guy. Very fine plus. 1967, 12 center, 15. Sort of in the same vein. 1974 near mint minus bondage cover. Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes, 205 on I. Can I combine my combine my books today with Saturday sale as well? No, we have to. Honestly, I need two things. I'm already really tight on space, so I just have to ship everything out. And I'm doing a septic tank and barn renovation at the same time, so I need money yesterday. I honestly, I'm not sure. Even with as much as we've sold today, I don't know if I've made this money back on this collection. So everybody's getting invoiced today, and we're all getting shipped out. Okay, Nick's getting a penguin. Got I. Brian got E. This is not Lois, but it's again that same thing. First appearance of Wildfire ERG1, and it's again just insanely high grade. So thought you guys might dig that. I'll put a couple Superman related stuff like this very fine plus gigantic 100-page special Superboy 185, and this near mint again 1984 Superboy. And this near mint Neil Adams covers first appearance of Yango, Superboy 172. And actually, this is one of the best books. First appearance of Aquaboy, near mint Neil Adams. Never seen it look like that before. I forgot I put all these with the Lois Lane. I have some very fine plus to near mint minus. It's a Neil Adams 151, 157. Cheap. 145. Same thing. That one's a near mint. Yeah, I have noticed, other than stuff like Jerry Lewis, which we've sold tonight, I think when it comes to the Silver Age, Superboy and Jimmy Olsen are my lowest priced stuff. They are, I think, I don't want to say the hardest movers because when they sell, they sell. They're just, I don't know. I find them more commonly, and when you find stuff more commonly, there are some near mint stuff on the wall here that's only $12. You know what I mean? So yeah, Two Shoes gets H, Actionic gets J. Casino Nab C. The rest of Lois is going to, what was it, Two Shoes? right, I'll put the rest of them up. 144, 142, 100-page special 21 featuring Superboy. I think this is the only Supergirl I've got. Supergirl 406, near mint minus. Superman 200 anniversary issue. I have a VG Superman 199, the first race of Superman and Flash. Brian got C, Shoes got H. I think we actually sort of found a second wind. So I'm going to leave it up to you guys. We still got 150 people in here. Do you want to proceed on to Superman? I originally planned to end the show here. But if you want, we will finish this. Look, I even got 10-cent soups. If you want, we will continue to Superman. All right. So Nick's going to do. Actually, Guy got D. Nick gets G. Did someone just say Transformers? This is a Silver Age sale. They didn't make too much Transformers in 1963. No, Bowers, we're doing that next week. All right, 1962 Superman 154. Solid mid grades. All this stuff is going to be on the better end of mid grade. 150, 153. 1962, 151. 1961, high grade, 150. 149, first Barry Allen in a Superman title. Mid grade, 10 center, 149. Yeah, all good. Actually, funny thing is, I had a bunch of Transformers. I sold it all last week. It all went. Two. And die. At 1961, 148. 147 is the first Legion of Supervillains. I have a mid grade 10 center, 147, and I think I'm underpriced on that. Oh well. Origin of Superman. This is a relatively low grade, but a very valuable book. Rocket cover, 146, 10 center. 144, Orphans in Space, another classic story right there. 1961. Bizarro meets Frankenstein, 143, another 10 center. Nick. Two Shoes got G. Guy got H. All right, let's see. Superman 10 center. It's 142. That's a nice copy, too, on C. First appearance and death of Lila Lerrell. Superman 141. That is actually fairly high grade. It's between mid and high. That's very nice. First Blue Kryptonite and the first Bizarro family and the first Bizarro Supergirl right there. Mid grade 140 at $80. Two Shoes gets B. Nick gets C. Hank Wagner gets D. . 139. Love the cover. I love the weird mermaid stuff. 139, 10 center on G. Titano destroys the Daily Planet. That's a mid-grade 135, 10 center. C. 137. Getting low here. This is mid to low grade, 10 cent on D. 135, first appearance of Ronal, $30. Mid grade on H. C goes to Hank. Uh, 134. Mid grade. Superman gets beat up by a blonde Superman, 10 center on C. And we will finish out our Superman, and then that'll be it. 132. Mid grade on J. Mid to low. Here's a mid grade. Mid grade 130, 10 center on B. And I can't put up more until we clear up some of this wall. So I'll leave that up to you guys. Or if someone just says claim the rest of the Superman, we can have a deal and I'll cut you a nice discount. We can call it and I'll go get some tea. What do you say? Here's what you have to look forward to next week. Near Mint World's Finest and a little bit of Wonder Woman, Silver Age, nice. X-Men, Strange Adventures, Strange Tales, Tales to Astonish, Tales of Suspense. A lot of that, actually. A lot of that. Submariner, Thor, Tomb of Dracula, Amazing Spider-Man, some Near Mint 2-in-1 and Team Up, Metal Men and Millie, a lot of Mystery in Space, Nick Fury, Teen Titans, Shazam, Showcase, and if I didn't mention it already, Amazing Spider-Man. Can you flash the other suits? Yes, I can. Um, Hate Dude gets the whole wall. Nice. Hate Dude, I think that just knocked you into the 10% off. All right, and then here's the rest of the Superman. 124, 122, 116. I'll actually do 15 bucks on that one. Strange Tales and Tales to Astonish. 115. I'll also do 15 bucks on that. 113, getting early here. And 165, but it's a near mint. All right, I'm going to do $5 off for you, Guy. Looks like 2 got E. And I is going to go to Sergenko. Next Sunday is going to be dope. Be ready. It's going to be dope. Scott, oh, that's actually your first claim. Nice, Scott. All right. Great show, everybody. This was a good one. Oh, I love having great inventory. It moves itself. I love it. Here is, of course, the link. If somehow you haven't done this already, you just need to get a link. Can I get the other copy of Logan's Run 6? Yeah, I'll grab that for you, Mr. Guy. Guys, great show. I'm gonna try to do 2 shows this week again. We're gonna do our typical Wednesday show, and we're gonna do a dope ass, and now you know it's gonna be particularly dope. I actually think the second half of that box, other than the first Doom Patrol, is probably the better half. So it's going to be an absolute blast. When is the next slab sale? We took off. We did not do an April sale, so our last one we did was March. So we are overdue for a slab sale. I want to say that I was going to do it this coming Friday, but I don't want to diminish this weekend, this upcoming weekend's. Basically, I want to make sure people have enough money for all the Silver Age craziness. So maybe the slab sale will be next Friday. Okay, what is that going to be? The June 6th. We could do a slab sale on Friday, June 6th. Let me know if that is a resounding yes for you guys. I am horribly overdue for a slab sale, and my slab, I have really nice slabs, so you guys would love to see some discounts on that stuff for sure. Okay, guys, great. I love you all, and I will see you next week. I'm gonna get all these invoices out. All invoices are going out. Everything is shipping. Even if you only got 1 book, everything. Space is a problem, and we're doing a renovation on the warehouse right now. So I need everything out of there to work. Okay, so everybody is getting shipped out first thing. So Make sure you pay tonight. And yeah, CFJ, I think you're a little behind, my friend. There's nothing on the wall. Hasn't been for a couple minutes. Yeah, you got to refresh your browser, man. You must be like a full 5 minutes behind or something. Here is the link again if you need it. And sayonara. Peace.